Hello and welcome to Avon Valley. Yeah, this is going to be probably my absolute toughest challenge to date. It really is. This is a true start from scratch, and I am in the vein of a start from scratch. Literally, just going to show you. In fact, first things I'm going to do is literally give back the loan. We're only starting with 300,000, which is going to be a challenge in itself. But also, I'm not going to allow myself to do where I've got any generators where I'm allowed to go a year on. My settings are going to remain on true hard economy, and everything is going to be, well, apart from auto save, I don't want that on. Yeah, everything is on. Crop destruction, periodic plough, fieldstone, weeds. Dirt is on normal, the standard setting. And fuel usage is on high, which is the one I usually tweak. All of those are off as normal. And if you look at this, you will see that I really have only been on as long as it takes to talk to you right now. So that is my settings. To make this tougher, there are no bank loans. Absolutely not. So we are stuck on 300,000. We're also on a map where there are no contracts. So there's no safety net. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, hang on. Isn't it? This is the one with one field, I believe. Sorry, I do apologise. In that case, we shall stick to what we're doing, though. There is no contracts in so much as we're not doing them, no matter what. It is what it is. Yeah, we're not allowing contracts. We don't own any land as yet. Well, you've seen because I've just literally started. But yeah, if I click on the land and then depress, you will see that there's no squares that we own at all. Yeah, none at all. No trickery going on at all. So then, the other thing is, yeah, I've said this for a while now. There is nothing for me to jump to at all at the minute, so I can't even jump to the shop except by map hopping. Yeah, it's a very nice map. This is. I have been on it before, and I always wanted to do a let's play on it, but it's never really. Right, let's go to the shop. Yeah, I've never really sort of done this. Oh, I love this shop as well. It's the Riverside shop. Well, it was here first, but you know what I mean. This is the shop that I got used to on Riverside. Right, so we're literally starting in spring, and no bank loans. No shop delivery. So because of that, I am going to try and pick to be near the shop. Location, as I always say. So, but yeah, I'm not allowing it anyway, even if I was halfway across the map. Now then, my favourite spot is usually, I think it's 39, but we shall see. 29's even cheaper. There is no time for me to do. As I said, no generators are allowed. These are the rules. No generators, no bank loans, no contracts. I cannot have any productions in the first year, so we cannot own a production until next March. That is going to be a tough one to actually sort of do. So, right, let's see if sales are allowed. I think that's such a good feature. It would be awful to take that away. So let's see. I have not looked in there. Let's have a look in there now. Have we got anything? Ooh, my favourites. Wow, definitely. Lizard WMXL. We're going to need one that'll do my liming and... Indeed. And you know what? I actually like quite that colour. We will indeed buy it for that. Yeah, I should be on pounds, I've just realised. Yeah, even though that... The baler stroke windrower... What am I doing? I might kick myself if I do that. Right, we need to buy some land. I think on that we shall give ourselves a little bit of time to think about this. Yeah, this is a game. This particular let's play is going to require me to pull out all the stops and say the no productions for a year. That equally is going to be. Let's have a look at the price of fields. Because we've got to literally... Wow, that is reasonable. Yeah, it is important this time, though. I actually... Yeah, I think that's too much for us, if I'm honest, to begin with. I think, if anything, we are going to buy... Field 29... and field 41. Field 29 for the farmyard. Now I'm going to start straight away. This is the other challenge. Yeah, I'm not literally going to not start, which means this is going to be a toughie. So I'm going to have to buy a tractor straight away. Right, let's have a look. Now I was thought a little bit about this yesterday. I know they're going to have to be very careful. Yeah, it literally is. So I'm going to go for... Actually, yeah, I am going to go for... And we're going to upgrade it straight away. Why is my mouse disappeared? Why can I not get to... Yeah. 68. I should have gone the other way. And we are going to go to a standard four-wheeler. Front weight, I don't think this costs us, does it? Well, a smidgen. I think that's the big one. Yeah, it is. I think for 50 I'm going to go for that, if I'm honest. And the lights are terrible on this, but it is an 80 horsepower for 3,550. So this is going to be my tractor. Do I need a Pepe front 3.0? I think we're going to buy two of them. And the other one we're going to have a slightly different colour, so I can differentiate. Going to go for that lovely red, and we're going to go rim colour white, and we are going to buy that as well. So we've got a team of two. Right, and now most unlike what I normally do. Now this is going to mean if we're going to, well, we have got a field cultivator, and also ploughing does get you into trouble, so that if that is the case, we're going to go for... Yeah, I've used this quite a lot, but again, this really is about trying to use things that are... Yes, I'm going to use field cultivator rather than a traditional plough, which is going to mean that I am at times going to have to lease a plough, because we're going to have with it having a ploughing on, as in the feature, then I'm going to have to do that. So I'm going to go for the harrow. This is an amazing, absolutely mod. And 31 horsepower, so it is usable. Yeah, that's a point. I did see this feature, seeding harrow. It literally dropped yesterday, this did. I've not seen it yet. We're going to go for my favourites. And yeah, if the tractors are red, let's go for let's go orange. Yeah, that's nice. Not that you can really tell. And we're going to keep that the original grey. So we're going to buy two of these. So we've got a limer stroke cultivator. Well, we think we've got a seeder now. Now I'm going to have a look at this, because I've never used this. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I've got it's manual attach only, and only inside camera. Yeah, this is ultimate realism. So now then, this one might, because of that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to this again. It's a long time since I've done the manual attach, so you may have to bear with me. I do like it though, I really do. Left button, and now then, power hookup is it is oh no, there is no power hookup, it's purely mechanical. Right, yeah, you have to bear with me on this. Yeah, I should have done a little bit off camera. I didn't want any skullduggery or cheating, or anybody able to accuse me of skullduggery or cheating. I wanted to come straight on, so I thought, well, yeah, this one's right. So we want allow field creation. The first one is just past here. Yeah, also this is precision farming, and so we are probably going to have to buy Right, now then we'll have to look for the squares. Right, we're still on our first square. Right, I think that's big enough for the farmyard. Nope, already was down. Oh, let's unfold. One second. Why is that not allowing me to do field cultivator? And the first problem begins straight away. No, there is no... No, it's purely mechanical. I'm just thinking of all the things that could possibly go wrong. Right, okay, in that case, it looks like we're going to have to get a plough, which is rather annoying. Right, okay. Let's grab a plough. Lower. Yeah, you've got a lower and... Yeah. Let's go back. Yeah, I'm going to also try, because this is more a matter of me, that's a point actually. No, I can't own any productions for a year, remember. Yeah, it is, even if you could buy the... I would like to know, though, how much, if you can buy the BGA. You can indeed. Okay, right, smashing. So that 12,000 is the amount. That is a phenomenal thing. I think I never got that far on this. It was just... yeah, I had a bit of a muck around, but I didn't actually play on it long enough. It was one I had 2 or 3 sessions on just as a bit of fun. One time, just, yeah, and I like the map a lot. Right, so then, if we are going to have to go, it's going to be a very, very small plough. 80 horsepower. Also, yeah, there is, I suppose there are also subsoilers. I don't know about 80 horsepower though. Yeah, they're really for the 65 horsepower though. I know they're tiny, I know, but it looks very much like 120. I thought so. They start to go 4 meter, 150, 130. Yeah, this is getting silly. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. 150, 180, 120, 150, 130. Right, okay, so it's, it's definitely not one of those. Well, actually, no, you say that. The very first ones, they were 1.2 meters, 10 horsepower. 65 for 1.5. There's an awful lot of difference in that. That Salek one's very good value. For saying we're trying to save money, that might be the one to go for. Let's have a look. Let's go normal ploughs. See, can we actually top that with another Salek plough? We can indeed. Cash wise, it's twice as much. That is 85 horsepower. So actually, that other one was less horsepower as well. Let's go look at the modded ones at the end as well, though. Can't go for my normal; it's too strong by a lot. Yeah, it looks very much like we have got to go for subsoilers. Do we go for 2 at that? Touch it type big or small? I'd say small for a small tractor, but I'm really not sure. It doesn't add any value, so we can at least stick that on. We can't change the colour. Courseplay is allowed. Yeah, I will. I'm going to allow what I would normally do, the way that I play, not. Yeah. Let's grab that. Now then, again, these are mechanical, and these are tiny. I don't think I've ever used a. Oh, wrong way. That's it. Right, let's first of all, no, because we're going to use Courseplay to do this. We are, even though it's going to be a challenge. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure these two are going to manage the WMXL no matter what we do, really. I think there's going to have to be some sort of... I think we may need the Pepe to try and balance things out in a weight. I don't think there's any other way we're going to actually attach that beast. Oh. Might not, yeah, I'm going to say I think I'm a bit out of the way for that one. I don't think it's going to... Right, fantastic. Let's get these two off. Oh, okay, yeah, let's lift it. That proves that it's ploughing then. No, definitely worth following. I can see the symbol. Right. Let's get some ploughing done. I suppose, no. I could use follow me really as the plough. We could do it that way, but we'll do it as both. Right, so actually it's not far off where the plough is, although it did come back a little. Yeah, I'm going to use just as little narrow patch as I can for the farmyard for when we do put buildings down, but I am going to be very careful. I am. Right, so if we say here, let's quickly grab the worker off, because every pound, or well, at the minute euro, is going to count. So thank you very much, young lady. Right. So we want allow create fields. Right, I think we're gonna literally do the. Let's lower that down. And are we creating fields? We are indeed. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to go into my first time lapse because this is going to take a while. I'm going to scrape the literally outside of this, and then we're going to go from that point onwards. So yes, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. leave them trundling. The one thing I'd like to figure out is these harrows that are supposed to be seeding. I would presume it's going to have that weeder technology. So yeah, I've not done any prep on that at all, because I didn't think I'd actually need to do that. So let's have a look at that again in cultivators. For C, I would say we're looking for. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Do we switch something on? Do we stick the... And it's obviously only going to be things like grass and stuff like that it does. I'm trying to think the way that we go. I think we're going to need to buy a very reasonable... yeah, I think... Do we go for the caster? It's very low horsepower. It's got a good spread. Let's have a look on these. Now, I did say seeding harrow, but it's not showing us anything special, and it doesn't look any different either. I think we're just going to have to go with, yeah, a normal seeder. Let's have a look at... Yeah, we're going to go into traditional. I think we're going to buy the harvester and that now as well. So seeders, I think I'm going to go for... I'm going to be slightly... Well, it's a genuine seeder. I'm going to slow my speed down to a realistic speed as well for the caster. I am, because casting is traditional, and it is... I could go for one of those as well, but yeah, I think I prefer the idea of going for... Do we go for a proper front box as well? You don't get much cheaper than that. 20 metre spread, got all of the traditional crops. We will indeed, let's not second guess ourselves, and we will go massive this time. I went Voltra last time, 70 horsepower, so we're just on the limit of this. We are going to need some seeds, and we are going to go for the 13 pack ones, which represent the absolute best of all that I've got in value for money. Extra 500 for 100 less than you'd normally get the standard size for. So yeah, I think we're going to only need one of those, because we've got... money is tight. We will buy that. We will need a solid fertilizer, which we're going to buy a pallet. I'm going to use every mod possible. I've got to use any and every advantage. Lime, I think we're going to go for 2, because it does devour lime in the first use. I do think we're going to need a Pepe. If we're going to make those 2 tractors work, we're going to have to go for one of the... I know we can stick these in on, but yeah, I've tried it before, so I'm going to need a weight, I think, to offset. We're going to buy that, definitely, and one of the lifters, which we'll use between the 2 of them when necessary, I think, because this is, I mean, on this particular Let's Play is expensive. Right, so we want a weight, and we're going to go for the Reuterink, the pass-through weight, which is again actually more expensive than I would have liked to have paid. I know that I'm being skimpy. I know that on purpose, not for any other reason. It isn't at all expensive. Do we stick to just that to begin with? One ton weight. Yeah, we will. We're going to be. Do we, or do we just go for that? You're going to need one. Let's do it. Let's go for both now. So that's seeding. We've got cultivating. One thing we are going to need is, of course, the field scanner. That's going to be an integral part of the Let's Play. So that is a shame that we've not got any on special offer in the shop, but that would be perfect if you did. So let's be honest, that's unrealistic. I'm going to go for my normal one. Yeah, I love these now. I always go for the adapted ones, the colour ones, not the originals. And I go for the 65. I don't want the range to be ridiculously awful, but a little bit more than normal. So let's go for And yeah, that'll do, you know, really. Right, anything else in miscellaneous that we're going to need? So we've got weights. Got to buy the samurai. No, because we've got no means of sticking it on. Oh no, I suppose we have. I would like this because it's more realistic in so much as it's not massive. But I can't get it to work at the minute unless it's been had a fix to it from at the time being. But yeah. Right, how are we doing? How are we doing? Why is that one doing funny little twiddles? Why are you... We're going around in circles. Well, they're doing a cracking job, I've got to be honest. Right. Remind myself, sales, have I been too... No, we haven't got anything that could possibly use that, even if it was. I mean, that's everything on there, everything represents high power, horse-powered things. The one thing I do love about this, it is as flat as a pancake. So for things like sheds and stuff like that, that obviously is amazing. I can't figure out the seeding bit on this. Yeah, because that's just where it collapses. So, yeah. Going forwards, obviously, we're going to have to use these as the cultivators for the no-till type thing. So we'll be cultivating after each thing. Harvester. Yes. And, of course, there are some fantastic, super modded, very reasonable harvesters. I've got quite a few of these in. I'll have a look at them. Some of them that I've never used, but quite a few that have dropped recently. I've used on Purbeck the Dominator, not this pack, but the really cheap Dominators. These ones here, the Dominator 105 and the 85. I've got the 85 on. Now, do we rush this or do we see if anything's going to come up in the sales? We have, of course, until... Oh, of course, yes. Yeah, I think we will. 100 horsepower. What size? What's the point? I've never looked at those. Let's have a look at the headers for those, because they've got to be special. Headers. Can't see if you're looking. Headers, right there. Yeah, it's obviously going to be special, the header for that Massey. So let's have a look. It's going to be in the modded ones at the end, isn't it? I would have thought. Although they usually go bigger in headers, so maybe not. Oh no, yeah, no, here we are, the Bison, the classes. So I would imagine... Yeah, there we go, 3640. Very reasonable. Yeah, so if nothing else crops up each month until the month of harvest, then we will go for that. Definitely. Right, I think for once I am going to do, because this is boring. I'm actually going to stop the cameras for a bit, something I very rarely do, because it's not even that interesting, particularly just to field prepping, so that we can at least do more in a few minutes. Right, so yeah, I'm going to see you in a little while. Hello and welcome back. Yeah, I bought a few things which I don't normally do off camera. I thought I've done it. Yeah, I literally bought, that was my trailer, 8 tons. I bought that because I thought, well, I've got to go for versatile, but as reasonable as possible. So I've got those, the front lifter, the other one of those, the lime, the seed, the caster, the WMXL, all of those type of things I've got. So I'm just going to repair the WMXL, and that's something I've never done actually like this, where you stick the Pepe 978, so I'm not sure how this works on hand attach. Yeah, this is new. I presume it would just be the same, but again, it's new, so we shall try. Ah, it is still the same. Just to be close. Oh, okay. Now that looks weird with the weight on as well. Okay, strange. Now then, so we're going to want... Yeah, we are going to want this. There's no way this is going to cope. I would imagine that weights are the same. Yeah, they are. That looks better. It's still a bit weird, but now if I put that weight on now, I would imagine this tractor is going to topple. But we're going to have a... Oh, okay, it's going to topple already. Right. Ah, okay. Oh, it's sort of toppled because it's dropped. I've never seen it do that before. Okay. Right, let's attach the... Yeah, let's get the WMXL fixed while we're this close to the shop. It does seem rather a bit silly not to do that. Yeah, I have never known a field to take so long to do, but then I've never used such small equipment before, so it did take absolutely ages. I literally myself just sort of... oh, no, am I... No, yeah. Now then, this does the power. Now then. Is that down? It needs to be down. Yes, it is. Now, this is the bit that I struggle with. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm going to have to do some mucking around with this off camera to get it right. Now, we need to lift it up. And it has got to be down for us to do what we've got to do, though. That much I do know. Right, let's have a look. Can we find the... Yeah, I will have to do a bit of... I cannot for the life of me remember the button that... Okay, so I'm sure it was here. It is. And we're not close enough. Of course we're not. Yeah, so I thought it's about time we got the rest of the stuff done. We are now. I heard it ting. So it's basically the desk. That's the point, that makes sense to me. Repair. Yeah, that will have a bit of damage. That should have none, and neither should that. Smashing. Okie doke. So I've only got one of those, and I'm hoping that we only do one of those. Right, now let's see how this copes with a bit of weight in it. Oh, we didn't buy the ton... No, I didn't buy the fertiliser, did I? Still, it doesn't matter at the minute. Let's see how this manages. Yeah, that's collapsing. Yeah, it is. As you'd expect, really. Let's drop. That used to let's drop. Yeah, it's not so easy now. Right, let's see. Can we? This is the only difficulty when you try to do something, make something that's light, heavy, and that is the fact that you get these weird things like, if we stick this second weight on, I'm quite sure this is going to be almost impossible. This is going to do a nosedive, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like that. Yeah, there's only one way you get... Do you buy one, get the weight right, and then leave it always with that weight on? Would that fail so badly, thinking about it? I suppose you could do that. I mean, we're going to need one. That is a definite... yeah, so can we knock that slightly so it's facing... that way. Yeah, because we have got to be careful, and like anything, it's we've sort of got to not a jerry rig it, but sort of jerry rig it. Of course, everything is in the way. And of course it won't turn. Oh, I hate these situations when everything goes so tortuously wrong. It is, and it is, of course, this is when your back's against the wall. Doesn't it always do this? Is this not the way that life is as well, really? Let's see, will that give me a bit of a break? I don't think so. I still think that is way. Right. I think we need to. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Things like the hand attach do make things more difficult as well. And I suppose it is that on top of everything else that actually does it. Yeah, you normally would be okay, but right, I'd say that we'd be about there with that. Right. I'll take it. I'll take the win. Now then, how are you with all of this? And the other question is that can't be answered at this precise moment is... Well, it's stay... Oh, I've forgotten. I've actually still left that. Yeah, it's down. That's how it's dragging. Now, how are you when you're lifted? Of course, I've not got the power hook up. That doesn't matter. We're not actually doing it in the middle. Wow. Look at those tyres. Well, I've been in it when it's worse. It's very slightly lifted, but that it's more about the fact that the weight's heavily leaning to the back. There's enough weight to keep it down. It's flattening the back tyre a little bit, but it will work. And I know it is horrible, it really is. But sometimes when your back's against the wall, these are the things you've got to do. Right, so then I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to figure out the power couple, and then I'm going to come straight back. We're going to literally scan the field. I'm going to grab the other tractor. We're going to get this field scanner, and we are going to scan that bit of the field, and then we're going to sow some seeds. We are. So I'm going to see you in a couple of minutes. Right, I'm back. Yeah, it's just Z. It really is. I know. I used to have a button on the gamepad that I used to set for it, but it's the same one that you press to connect the thing, but with a second button, but it's set for something else as well, and it keeps on going to, I think it's the worker button or whatever, so it keeps calling those. But if you do press the keyboard, now that does work. So that is what we're going to do. Right, so we do need the scanner, which is right near the other one as well, right there. Oh, no, let's try that again. Let's pull forwards a little. It's so strange. This is. It does take a bit of getting used to. I remember on Thornton, first couple of sessions were a little bit different, completely different. Yeah, I like the colour of that. I do like that. I wasn't sure about it, but it's orange and red together. It seemed to have a very red Right, and so attach, and I'm not close enough for it to read the Z key. It did work. Now, is it in its lowered state? That's the other thing. Yeah. Oh, no, it is actually. And of course, it won't obey because it's Z that would do the lowering. So it has to be in its lowered state, I suppose. Now, this is the bit that I found let me down. But then it has been, yeah, it has literally been fixed. So truthfully, we should be good. Right, okay, let's get cracking. Let's scan. In fact, yeah, let's follow. No, I'm wanting to use things that cost money as little as possible. Yeah, we've bought what we've got to do. I think we've got an emergency kit. We're literally going to keep running backwards and forwards. But we have got a lot of work to do, and I know it's another time as it is, but then to get all the work done, to get to the bits where we're looking back at things, then I think that's just what we've got to do. Say what it did do a weird thing. I wondered what the tractors were doing at that beginning. Why they did weird things here. Look at the course. It's got some it's got some strangeness going on. This is a bigger field than I thought it was, actually. It's no wonder they did take a long time. Can I... Oh, actually, it is, yeah. It's bigger than I thought it was. This is not going to be the easiest to scan. Right, that's one. Yeah, we'll get this done. We're going to get the liming done. We're going to get the sowing done. The fertilising done. We obviously buy the fertiliser at the shop, and we will. Then we're going to sit back and watch and see what happens. Have I decided on? Yeah. Now this is true. I am going to. I think oats. I know I've done a lot of oats recently, but it is a perfect one for this. It's not a bad crop if you're just selling it. I mean, it is hard economy, so the economy is awful. It is. I mean, there's no escape, and there's no other way to put it. It is that bad. The prices are rock bottom. It is very hard to make ends meet. Of course, I could save them. I mean, I've got to get through the first year, and then I am allowed productions. So I could just leave them now silo. That is a point. Hardly seems. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to be. Let's fold that away. Yeah, I might destroy that course and redo it. Or it may be that, I know, the field edges, it doesn't look weird. If you look at the actual thing, there is no weird glitch there. So I don't know why it would do... Right, let's have a look. What soils have we got? Not bad. Yeah, more loam than anything else. That's not bad at all. Score 57. That's because we... Well, no, we did actually use... Yeah, we did plough, thinking about it. But then again, we'd have got no choice. Yeah, you've got to with a field. So I would imagine you don't get penalised for that. I would have thought. Right, let's leave all of our things in. And let's try and leave them the same way until we can afford a shed. Now then, is it still lowered? Yeah, the key that does that, yeah, is am I not lowered? I think I am. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure I'm lowered. Right, let's go and grab the... Do we seed for it? It doesn't really make any difference. But we can, the one thing we can do is we can do the liming now that we've done that, because the fields, the liming is only dependent on that, you know, like being... But yeah, it is. It's a bigger field than I thought. Well, I suppose we've got taken half of the other slither of the other field, which that isn't very big anyway, but between the two... That is not bad at all. Yeah, I was going through all the different things, and I thought I haven't done that for a long time. The Now, will this cope with that? I would have thought so. I don't think I'm quite close enough. Ah, I am now. Yeah, now this is what I struggled with before. Z. Ah, yeah, and then Z on hold for that, right? Okay, simple as that. It really isn't that difficult at all. Oh, and we are right next to the seeds. Let's do the one things we are allowed to do. Yeah, let's fill that. It should almost take that bag, almost. And let's see if we can cope with the weight. We should be able to really. Yeah, brilliant. Okay then. Yeah, we're going to, mind you, actually, to be honest, the Farmall makes probably the perfect tractor for this because it really, it's slow. Yeah, I mean 16 miles an hour, but it's 10 is about the right speed that you should be casting, really. Yeah, otherwise it wouldn't be effective. So your load the game will allow you to do it at the super duper speeds. We're not going to do that. We're going to slow down to, in fact, let's set that now. 10 miles an hour. Right, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Say that is that. Let's have a look. Does it agree? What is that? Oh, it really is. It's done the wheat patch at the beginning. Can we oversow it? Let's go and have a look. I don't think you can. I think you'd have to plough it or cultivate it up and then replant, which is going to be very tricky to see. So we may have a spot of wheat as well. Let's have a look if we can see it on the camera and if you're allowed to oversow. I somehow think you can't. That is right where we are. Now, why is wheat allowed? I thought I was alright because you're not allowed to plant wheat in this particular thing. So why did that allow me to do that? That is what I really want to know. Again, that shouldn't have happened. Oh, On this map, it should. Okay then. Right, difference geo. Okay, right. Well, then that's perfectly allowed. It isn't oversowing. That is definitely true. Do we just allow it, or do we just cultivate it out? I think we do cultivate it out. I do. It's not going to take long, is it? Let's be honest. Right. So, and did we lower you? No, we didn't. Yeah, that's the other thing I've got to get used to, that as well. Smashing cultivator. Let's get this done. Let's get that cultivated out. Yes, it feels very real working with little tractors. I have nothing. I mean, I did this on Rhombos as well, but it does mean I've got to, yeah, get out of the fact that there's nothing else we can do other than that. Right, brilliant. Let's lift you. Going to be dragging the, and let's have a look on the map for where that is on the field data. And we are right about where it is, actually. Of course, it is a massive cast. Yeah. Now, for saying this is only a 30 horsepower implement, it's a little bit heavy. Let's get those little blobs. I think another one, because this would be 15 meters. Yeah, we've got to be thorough. It's weird, it only takes a second to make a mistake, but it takes so much longer to fix it. Right, has that... No. Actually, I think I'm a little... not quite far enough looking at that. I think we need to go a little bit further. That middle section. If we go back a couple, still think we're not quite right. I think it's still a little bit further. Right. I forget, sometimes the cultivated state looks different on different patches of soil. It's weird. Yeah, that's the one thing I can't get used to between FS19 and FS22. FS19 had it was all the same, right? Lower. Remember, you need to lower. Alright, smashing. Let's try that again. Let's grab that seeder and let's get that seeded. Is it the other way? Was that right? It's hard to see actually. Ah, no, it is definitely the other way. Right, let's try that again. Fantastic. Getting back into the swing of it. Right, and we are still on oats. Let's switch that on. And see, because truthfully now, we really should be oversown. Yeah, it has a different texture, but I think we missed this bit down here, so let's just go over it. It won't waste seeds. Right, now then, now it should be on what? Well, that's odd because we did oversow it, so something on the game doesn't allow you to do such things. That is annoying, but hey ho, it is what it is. We shall have to live with it. Right, let's go and grab the other tractor. And we are going to lime, and then we are going to fertilise. And yeah, rolling and stuff like that, that unfortunately is the usual way that I will do things until we do get some money in. And with money being so important, I'm not prepared to take the hit for liming or fertilising, but I am prepared to take the hit for rolling and what's the other one? Oh wow. Yeah, but I suppose it is true. It is. We are really trying to struggle with this. So we are obviously looking for a bigger tractor. But until, like most people, I'm going to struggle on with what I've got. It is what we've got to do. Simple as. Says if the tractor's gonna take it, because this is bad. It is. Those wheels are really flat. The weight is, mind you, yes, look at the weight, 10 tons on that. It might physically be able to do it, but it really is, yeah, I mean, this is taking this to the absolute over the limit, so it is awful. Now that is a point. Will it actually run, or do we need to bite the bullet and buy another tractor, slightly more powerful one? We have got some reasonable tractors. There's the Rocket, that Torpedo. I always call it the Rocket. Why do I always go back to that? Yeah, I think we can say this is a fail. I really do. Let's lower that, and let's... Oh, that is a point actually. We also need to drop that one. Oh, why did you drop both? In fact, why did you drop all three? Now I'm sort of stuck in mid-air. Right, this is going to be fun. Right, let's go back and let's spend a little bit of money. Yeah, well, sometimes the tractors are telling you, the game itself is letting you know, it might be your opinion that you want to save money, but do you know something? It ain't going to work, mate. Get yourself a tractor. Yeah, I'm trying to stay clear of the Fiats. I love them, but yeah, I've got exactly the same problems in this as I had on FS19 where they just draw to a halt. So I'm gonna remove them from the game. It's such a shame because I really do love them, if I'm honest. But so small tractors, yeah, it is going to be. It might be medium actually. I can't remember if the torpedo is, and it's in the middle. It's not quite to the end. There's loads of tractors in small. There is also, how heavy are you? 3.8. I'm thinking of the Aggro Star is what I'm thinking. 5.6. Now that is quite heavy. I know, and it really is, as much as it is important, the weight. No, I'm steering clear of the Fiats. I don't know if they all do it, but do we go for one of the little John Deeres? That's one I wanted to try, but oh, the Valmet. Of course. No, yeah. That's slightly heavier. But if we were going to spend that type of money, I would say the torpedo would trump them all. We'll have a look, because nothing else that comes to mind in that kind of price range other than the RX-170, the torpedo. Fantastic tractor. How heavy? It's 8.4 tons. This actually manages with the... Can we go for a different colour? Can we cheat and go for a colour that it wouldn't normally allow us to? I love this mod for that fact, if you can do the colours. We're not going to go... We'll go for a different colour as well, though. Yeah, I like that. That's different. Are we going to have... Yeah, well, if we're going to go narrows, we'll do that with the others. We're going to buy that. Right, it's done. That should have the weight to see us through anything that we need to do. So we'll put the front lifter on there. We'll have this as the proper 3-point then. I don't think I've ever seen... well, not say ever. I should have changed the... we might order a kit for the exhaust to get the best one, even if it costs us a little. Right, and so we don't... well, we do need the front contraption as well, but we don't need all of the weights. Let's stick that back on first so we can actually push back, or it's going to be quite awkward. Yeah, we're going to have to come at this at a strange angle really now, due to the fact that it did that in that way. I think that allowed us to push it actually. Not sure. Yeah, sometimes I found it difficult to... Can't see if I can't. Yeah, I can't see if I'm attached or not. No, I can't. So we'll have to look where there is no grass. I suppose it will know if it's worked if we... right, that's touching, so that should be good. Right, now that... I've got to give it its due. It looks almost perfect on this. It really does. Right, let's see. Can we switch the fertilizer on? No, so the power hookup definitely isn't. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Did that cost us? Yeah, I always face the getting to it that I find difficult. Ah, that has done it. Now, has this got wires as well? If it has, it's not doing anything. So, yeah, no, that's perfect. Right, let's get this limed, and then we're going to get it fertilised. I would imagine we're easily going to cane this bit of lime. So, right, so this is my favourite spreader, if I'm honest. And we are on auto. Right, I did say I was going to do time-lapse intro, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, that is done. Yeah, I feel happy that we have got a bigger tractor. I do like this. It's a lovely tractor, it really is. It does rock, and yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it particularly likes the lizard front lifter. It's not a massive fan, even though it fits better than any other tractor I've ever seen. It causes it to. It doesn't rattle and roll quite as much as when it's got that. But yeah, it is what it is. We're going to have to use this cobbled together thing. So we should now see, apart from that blob of wheat which we did try to eradicate, we should see growing, and yeah, we know it needs rolling, and there are stones, we know that. There shouldn't be any weeds because we ploughed, as Marty pointed. Oh. Oh. Well, in that case, it appears we are going to need to buy a weeder. Yeah, do we go sprayer or do we go mechanical weeder? Both will work. I think I'd like to go mechanical. We'll have a look. This is a cost that I really didn't expect. But if you do it straight away, we know that it literally pulls the weed. Obviously, bearing in mind that this is really, we know that this is a month, so a day is quite quick within that. It's the 24th of this, so even legitimately, a day or two later, you could literally weed. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility. Of course, it is difficult for the game to actually show you that. So hence the fact that you've just sort of got to go on a bit of a wing and a prayer. The mechanics are not perfect. Right, so then let's have a look. Mechanical weeds. Now I'm sure I put a new one in. I think it's Russell Mash. Sure it is. Quite small, but again, it's more about. I would like to go larger if I was going to go. That's a 6 metre for 9.5. That's my favourite, the 9 metre for 18. I like to go big, but yeah, these are yeah. sure it is. It was the Gerenk pack. That's right. Oh, and that also can seed grass, canola. Well, not that we've got a problem with that now. It's 4.5 metre, 6 metre for 5.3. These are, yeah. Oh, they still do work though. 6 metre for 19. A 4.6 for 5.2. No, so actually, I've got to give the Gerenk its due. That is the best value for what we've got. Small grown weeds in the first growing stage. As I've got additionally, you can seed with this tool. Another one that's a seeder as well. Wow. Oh, but, yeah, we don't need it, so we're not going to do that with leveling board. I think it's just for looks. So we're going to say colour. No, we're going to... Yeah, I like that actually. Yeah, we're going to buy that. This is an additional job that I didn't expect to be doing, but let's get it done. Let's get it. I want to just get this done so we can just sit back and... Yeah, we know the jobs are done. We've got some of these things I've brought because I know I'm going to need them later on. Whilst we've got some money, yeah, and especially a trailer, Like this, we can actually refill. Yeah, we've got no front lifter or that kind of capacity at all. So no telehandler, no nothing that will do that. So we are a little bit. I want to be looking at it. So, right, that's lifted me up with it. We now need to press Z and hold it. Smashing. This has only got a power take up. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh, yeah, of course, it was low. Right. Let's get this done. Yeah, so we're down to 172,203, but we have got everything we need. We've still got enough lime, looking at that probably could do next crop. So we're going to literally do this. We've also, the biggest thing we've got to do is buy the harvester, and there are some, as we've seen earlier, 30-odd thousand, 40,000 including the header. So, yeah, right, let's unfold first. Yeah, very nice. Are we going to do this? I wouldn't mind, but I've got to give the workers the due. To do this is going to be difficult, and I would like it done properly. So I think I'm going to set this. This is going to be a course play job, and we're just going to do what I did before, which is just to watch. Yeah. Or actually, yeah, in fact, do you know something? I think we'll do what I did before, which is, we don't want 2, 5.9, number of headlands. No, we don't need that many for this. 4 will do nicely. And now that's doing normal things now. Right, so we want that as a, well, it is a 6 metre. So that said 5.9, didn't it? I think. Right, let's do first. And go. And let's watch this. I don't think I've ever seen, well, I haven't, because this is brand new. I mean, 6 metres is a little bit on the small side, but you know, hey ho, it is what it is. Just still say wheat. Yeah, and this is the patch that we did cultivate. So that's where you do see that obviously game mechanics don't. Perhaps we would, if we plough, I don't know, cultivating should clear as well, the same in that thing. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, the game's not allowing us to do it. Right. So, yeah, I'm going to bring you back in when the weeding is actually done, although we will have a look. Yeah, you can't really see anything, that's the other thing, but you can see the little bit of this, like the soil rising that tells you it's done. Right, so I'm going to bring you back in a few minutes. See you shortly. Do we actually chat for a bit of plans? Yeah. Oh, I'm glad we did that. We don't want any of this malarkey. That's going to cost us money that we really can't afford. We haven't got any farm mill and we can't really afford anything. I'm really playing this. We've got
the rudiments of everything. We've got these tiny little ploughs which will allow us to, yeah, and I dropped it on there, didn't I, with it still on that. Yeah, we've got fantastic lima stroke, that's that one, that's it. It's weird how you can hear the engines over everything. Yeah, so we have got March till March. Next March is when we can have productions. At that point, I'm hoping that we probably can afford a second. Well, we can sort of afford one now, but it's more about playing this by ear. We could. I mean, they are very good value. We could buy. I mean, these do represent very good value. Truthfully, we could. I suppose we're going to do this one for now. Yeah, oh, it's not. Yeah, I've done it a very strange way. I didn't keep my line straight at all. But that's mean that we've got quite a lot of room in this at the bottom for sheds and such like things once we get that. Yeah, so I suppose, whilst that's busy doing that, yeah, this is probably the first thing, but how much are the big squares? Won't let me click. Oh, 172,000. Oh, it's 100. No, 126,000. That one's got the main thing though. And that's cheaper. Yeah, I think we probably would. But I reckon we would probably buy 39 and 41st. Probably make it into one long field, if I'm honest. Do we go into grass to begin with at that point, or I don't know. I think if we're doing oats is not a bad thing. Of course, whatever we plant this time, we can't plant next. So we could go for canola, legumes. We could. Sunflowers, but then we need a different kind of header. I could do soybeans. They're not a cereal crop. And obviously potatoes, sugar beet, all of those type of thing. Sorghum's still a cereal. So yeah, wheat, barley and sorghum are out this time. We could do corn, but then of course we've got to, although to be honest we could now afford to buy the bigger plough, and the torpedo could probably manage the 6 metre by Royal Christie 1. It is in that range. It should probably lose a maximum of a mile an hour or something daft. Yeah. Where is the tractor? Oh, it's coming. It's behind the bush. I can't see because of that. So it should be on the second round now. Yeah, so I think we probably will do exactly what I've said. And do we do it this year? Do we? The one thing we do need, which we will do now, is whilst we're thinking about it, we are going to need a silo. We truly are. And if we're thinking of expanding this away as well, I would say that actually here, this end, because it's going to match everything, we are going to go for as reasonable. I'd like to try something different, and I mean I do love the Grain Quid Pro, but we can't afford anything as fancy as that. I think we are going to go with the which I usually go for in a push. Yeah, the cheaper one of this, that's the trailer one. There's the Bavarian one, which is again multi-fruit as well, I think. I've had that a lot though, so again, that's a point. That's a hayloft. There is one of these though, the new Bavarian farm pack, that's a building and a silo, and it's not much more, so to be honest I'm tempted to do that. Yeah, with barn. I like the look of this an awful lot. It's got doors everywhere. And it's still 2 million. We could even put a sleep mat and have that little annex as our thing, really. Let's try and make the maximum use of this, though. I mean, if we stick that on the edge there, we can burst out for future. Is what I'm thinking. Let's, yeah, leave the maximum out. Smashing. So that's our silo. Let's go and have a look at that, because it is. I love this when you get new buildings. Let's have a look at what storage we've got. And as I said, we could also use that. I could just put a sleep mat down and they have this as our That's turn on shed light. So that door's not... No, that's not an opening door. This one looks like it is. But perhaps it's not. Let's have a look. Let's cheat a little. Perhaps I'm totally wrong then, and these doors are... It's... Well... Oh, please don't tell me this is the only door that opens. Right. Well, I presume the doors are supposed to open, or else how can you put your stuff in there? It is a brand new mod, though. Perhaps it doesn't actually... it doesn't actually work yet, perhaps. Oh, have I picked a dud straight away? It is brand new, I have got to be honest, but yeah, I would imagine this is going to have to be fixed. Yeah, it looks to me very much like you're going to have to go through there. There is something through there that I can see. So I would say these doors are supposed to open. So, with that in mind, we're going to demolish that. Do I get 100%? We do. Right. Oh, why is that not allowing me to... Oh, we can't even demolish it. Okay, well we can't use it, so we're going to give ourselves the money back because the game itself's gone wrong. Either that there's something strange about that. No doubt it will have an update at some point, but yeah, we can't really afford to wait, and it's now taking up room where it's doing nothing. So of course it'll get fixed, and then what we're going to do now, I suppose we can yeah, it is true, we'll if we do, we're going to put an emergency silo down now, and then hopefully that'll get fixed and it'll then work, and we'll demolish the replacement temporary silo. I think we're going to go for the trailer one that I was originally going to go for, because it is so reasonably priced. Right, if I can find it. There we go. That butte there. It's absolutely amazing. Right, we'll stick that over there. We could always have it as a hay storage or something like that, realistically, at some point. Right, fantastic. Oh, that didn't clear the weeds. Oh, okay, let's do something about that. I can't be doing with weeds hanging around. Let's do a little bit of painting. There we go. You never know it's been done. Smashing. So we do have a silo. Well, we have two silos. One that works, and a building that looks very pretty, but unfortunately serves absolutely no purpose at present. But I'm quite sure it will be fixed soon so that we can use it. Yeah, all we can do is turn the shed lights on at present and off. But yeah, apart from that, and we have been all the way around, and we can see nothing except for turn on the shed lights. So yeah, definitely a dud at the minute. Yeah, it's not letting me do the open the door at all. Right, okay, it is what it is. Let's have a look. Can we... You can't really see with weeding, can you? It's not one of those things you can sort of see the progress, especially not at the minute. You could, but you'd have to have... Yeah. No, that is the point. Doesn't Courseplay now? Well, we can at least see the pH value is perfect, the nitrogen is perfect, and the crop rotation is perfect. So we should be getting the best possible yield that we probably possibly ever could. Oh, there's a bit of wheel slip on that. It's within the range. Yeah, if you press that, it tells you what point you are in the field. So we are about halfway through the field. 328 out of 719, 16 minutes 34 seconds to go. So we can... It's a very useful feature of Courseplay. So I am now going to duck out. Yeah, we've put our silos in. and we've given ourselves the money back for that. We've wasted room with that. It is a beautiful building though, and I'm quite sure it will be fixed at some point soon, and then in that case we will get rid of that silo. So we are hemorrhaging money, as you always do at the beginning of a Let's Play, whether it's to start from scratch or a normal or whatever. But yeah, so I am going to bring you back in a few minutes. See you shortly.
This is what I call my generic goodbye for those sessions where I've done a recording and I didn't realise I was going to split it, and this is I do hate it when I don't say goodbye to you. It seems very rude when you invited guests in to come and have a look at your content and you don't say goodbye. So this is what I always add as the spliced goodbye. So yeah, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you're going to continue with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.